It's I don't even know what to say now. St. Louis versus Montreal in Montreal. Preview for game number 52 right here at. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. What an opening. You can't beat that one. All right. I'm sorry about that, but I was writing something last minute idea and just trying to get in. Anyway. All right. Game number 52. Habs played yesterday afternoon as well. Because it's Super Bowl weekend. So they lost to Dallas 3-2. It was a really good game. They played well. Most of the way through, there was a couple of parts of the game where they gave up those 2 goals real quick. In the second, actually 3 goals in the second, but 2 goals really quick. Other than that, it was a really good game. Power play looked good, didn't get a goal, but looked really good. And I'm kind of thinking that they kind of need to get a goal today if they want to win this game. So they're playing St. Louis. St. Louis beat. I don't know if I have it here. I don't think I have it here, but they beat a team yesterday 3-1. I can't remember who. And so they're both on back-to-back games, which is good. Montreal did not have to travel. St. Louis had to travel to get here. So that's good. And we'll see what we get. I got news. I've got the usual stats and all that stuff for the game, the lineups and everything. And I have I'm gonna reveal what I was writing. It's my latest song, I guess. Just came to boom like that. 3 minutes before I had to be on air. That's why I'm screwed up. I've also got this. The Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game, and the first goal scorer of the game be the first one in the chat with the guess. And be from Canada, because I can really only deliver the prize to Canada. You win $10 cash directly into your bank account via Interact, and that's the reason why it's via Interact. It's only in Canada. And and then you'll be the third person to win this prize this year. Only 2 winners this year. So congrats. Good luck to all the people who do enter. I'll give you mine right now. And I'm not sure of it, but I'm going to take a chance and say 4-3 Montreal. I can't decide on the goal scorer, though. I got Caulfield and Newhook, and I can't decide. I'm allowed to have both. You're not. So either Caulfield or Newhook for me is going to get the goal. And that's it. Let's do here, and then we'll go with the news that I have. Let's see. Phil, you're going to love this, Phil. I just wrote I think about half of the song. I'm going to sing it for you guys in a minute. And if you ask me where the idea came from, and this happened literally 10 minutes ago, if that, and I couldn't tell you why I came up with this and where. I don't know. Acid flashback from the 80s or something. I don't know. All right. Hey, Phil. All good names. Just a friendly reminder, but the Leafs suck. We're going to talk about. I'm leading off with the Morgan Riley hit. Believe Morgan will get an in-person hearing. Yes. Okay. We're going to talk about it. Well, I will, and then we'll go into more detail. Another day, another victory for the Canadians. 3-1 Habs. Caulfield, says Jack. St. Louis played Buffalo. They beat the Sabres. Thank you, Phil. It will be Willie Anderson that scores because, damn, he needs it. 6-4. Willie Anderson? You do mean Josh. Where's the Willie? I don't get the joke. All good name says 4-2. Habs. Newhook first goal. He was pooping when he came up with it. No, I was not. I was sitting here and then boom, and I don't know where I came up with it. Guru, how's it going, Guru? 3-2 Blues, Caulfield versus goal. So what it is I was just, I don't know what I was thinking. Brady Bunch song. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking I should have tried to get in touch with Pete. It's early over there. He might have been able, maybe we'd do this show together and that we'd go on the, how I have them. And then it taught, here's the story, the Brady Bunch song. And then I thought, how can I adapt that? When got the lyrics, started writing, and I got I got like two verses already. I'll sing it after. All right, that's not hockey. Hockey wise, Morgan Riley. So Ridley Gregg is, and I didn't know that he was a rookie. I thought he was around a couple of years, but I think he's a rookie. Was happy his team beat a better team and scored an empty net goal, took a slap shot from 5 feet in front of the net with Morgan Riley chasing him, which was a hot dog thing to do, and I get it. Not a smart thing to do. They were in their own rink, the Senators, so I guess that. But he shouldn't have done that. But he also shouldn't have had what happened to him happen. And Morgan Riley just, the guy scores the goal, skates towards the boards and comes up the boards. Riley goes right at him and gives him a 2-hand cross check to the head. Not the right thing to do. Dangerous. Not the right response. I do agree that if he would have challenged him to a fight, something or a legal clean hit, I'd have no problem with it, because the guy probably shouldn't have done that. You want to be a hot dog, you're going to take something, but not that. That a hit to the head, that's ridiculous. I haven't heard if he's going to get a phone interview or an in-person. Should be an in-person, in my opinion. Should be at least 6 games, like what David Perron got. I saw somebody on Twitter put it up there. One, side by side, you look at the hits happening at the same time, and it's virtually the same hit. Virtually the same hit. The result might have been different. I don't remember if the guy Perron hit got hurt or not. I don't think so. But if he did, it's not the same result. Greg was fine. But it's anyways, on the Leafs, on the panel, I should say the Leafs panel on TSN, just a few weeks before, maybe a month or so before, same thing came up. And I know Jennifer Botterill was all like, you can't do that. It's blah, blah, blah. Do you want your kids seeing that? Blah, 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 blah. Happened to the Leafs did it. And it was like, what Greg did is wrong and he shouldn't have done it and blah, blah. I don't like it. And, maybe, Morgan Riley shouldn't have gotten his stick up like that. Are you kidding me? Anyways, what do you expect? But Morgan Riley, 5 games minimum, and should be 6. And if they give him more, I wouldn't be surprised. Or it wouldn't bother me. Let me put it that way. What do you guys say on that one? It wasn't a cross check to the faceable. What? To the faceable offense? Maybe just a shove, an invitation to dance. Morgan lost control. He's a pro. Can't happen. They'll never have success in the playoffs. That's not even typos there. What did you write? Sorry, just I that was hard. No, but you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not the proper response. Paul, I don't disagree with you either. He says that should be 10. It's not a hockey play. It's not a hockey play. If they come out with, well, it was a hockey play. Fuck you, it was a hockey play. Leafs might need to make a move for a defenseman suit. Oh, listen, if Morgan Riley gets, say if he does get 10 games, but if he gets 6 to 10 games, say, that's going to hurt them badly, especially right now where they're just hanging on to the 4th spot, for the playoffs. This could really hurt them, especially when they're not good anyways. It is. It's intent to injure. I'm not going to say that. Honestly, I'm not going to say that. I think if it was intent to injury to hit him worse, right? He'd have hit him worse, harder. It wasn't the hardest I've seen guys get hit like that, but it's still wrong. But I'm not going to say, oh, he went there to send a message. Really, I don't think intent to injure though. I think that's a little much. Hey, Jason, how's it going? 2-1 Habs. Caulfield, first goal. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Raphael Harvey Pinard got injured in the last game. Freak collision with Armia in the neutral zone, and his leg or his ankle. His ankle would be the second time, and could be his knee, depending on, I don't know. You can't tell from how it happened anyway, or what it looked like. So Joshua Roy was called back up, and he will be, I wrote here should because I didn't know the time, but should play on the wing on Newhook's line. So that's how it's going to be. He's going to be on Newhook's wing. Harvey Pinard out indefinitely. No timeline yet or official announcement, just that he's out indefinitely. All right. St. Louis has 6 wins in their last 7 games. Beating Buffalo yesterday. That was the 6th one. So it was before the All-Star break. It was 5 out of 6, and now 6 out of 7. They're due for a loss. Power play 1 looked really good yesterday, I thought, and I think they'll need to score today to win this game. If they don't, if we don't get a goal on the power play, I feel they won't win. But I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. PK was good yesterday, and they killed off a lot of penalties. And today the Blues power play isn't great. So that should help the PK. Their PK, the Blues, is okay. It's 78%, something like that. It's okay. It's not the worst for sure. Montreal's isn't as good by percentage, but Montreal should be okay if the power play scores a goal. I said power play 1 too because I don't know, the second one didn't look that good. They didn't get a ton of time on the power play, the second power play unit. Ex-Blue, Jake Allen, gets the start. He hasn't allowed more than 3 goals in his last 3 games. And realistically, this could be his last start as a Hab. It could be. Doesn't mean it will be, but it could be. But, I mean, it makes sense that he's going to start against St. Louis. When is Primo starting? I'm going to assume Tuesday, because it's been like 24 days since Primo started. That's a lot. Caulfield has an 11-game point streak going. As we all know, he's got 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points in that 11 games. Hopefully that continues. Mike Matheson, interesting. He has, in 91 games with Montreal, he has 15 goals, 56 assists for 71 points in 91 games. A hell of a pace. Way improved over his previous best and everything. So I think if it comes down to, are they trading him, you're going to get a good return. But with numbers like that, even though, we're not winning and everything, but his veteran leadership, all that, I don't know. I still think it might be worth signing him to an extension. I don't know. He's going to get moved. Only Chris Chelios and Sprague Cleghorn had more points as defensemen before their 100th game with the Habs. That's pretty incredible. So, Mike Matheson, anybody want to shit on Mike Matheson, he makes mistakes defensively sometimes, definitely. But, I mean, you can't argue with those things. Habs are 21, 13, and 1 with 2 ties in their history on Super Bowl Sunday. And they beat Edmonton last year, 6-2. So maybe that's a good sign, a good omen for Montreal today. And finally, for the news, Slavkovsky has 15 points in his last 20 games. That's a 60-point pace. Suzuki is on a 76-point pace. He's got 16 goals, 31 assists, 47 points in 51 games. You got to figure that by next year, Suzuki's definitely going to be a point-a-game player. His progression is like that. Anyway, 76 in 82 games, knock wood, he doesn't get injured. Yes, fantastic. Okay, that's the news I got. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'll have to scroll a little bit. They might go after Savard. Who might go after Savard? You mean they might trade Savard? Yeah, I think Savard could get traded. It doesn't matter that Hughes said they have no intention of trading him. That doesn't mean they won't trade. He didn't say, well, we're not trading him. Well, we have no intention, but somebody offers us something that we like, we're going to trade him. So, yeah, I think so. Phil, doesn't mean he's going to go back to Tampa. I guess it could be because of the Sergachev injury, but does he really replace Sergachev? Because Sergachev is a more two-way defenseman, no? Got more offense. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Got more offense than Savard, definitely. But, I mean, you could be right. I think there'll definitely be interest in him, though. Paul says, St. Louis 3-2. Suzuki, though, getting the goal. Interesting spelling. Getting the goal. Mary Jo says, hey, Mary Jo, Habs 3-2. Evans getting the first goal. Enjoy your dinner. Must be around dinner time. I remember you said yesterday was at game time. I'm not sure it was game time or this. It was 5. So, see, my memory works a little bit. Hey, Matt Outdoor. 4-3 Habs. Captain getting the goal. Logan Mailloux has as many points as Sean. No, it's Shane Wright. Who wrote Sean? True. Logan Mailloux has the same number of points as Shane Wright. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, though, I mean, we didn't pick Shane Wright. Shane Wright is a Seattle Kraken prospect, not a Habs prospect. For me, I don't give a shit. If you also want to go, and I saw a stat the other day, Slav had the top picks of that draft have combined for 24 NHL goals, or all the picks in the draft have a combined 28 goals so far in the NHL. Slav had half of those. That's a better one than comparing him to Shane Wright. I mean, Shane Wright got picked 4th overall. So what? I know we all wanted Shane Wright, but he didn't get picked by Montreal. And, I'm consistent at least on this. I don't really give a shit what he does now, unless he's playing against us. I don't really care. Thanks for Junkie showing that today. Yeah, well, I'll tell that to Junkie too. I think I did. I might have said that to him when we were talking about stuff after the podcast. Drouin is really playing well lately. Again, who the hell cares now? I mean, the Drouin won more so than Shane Wright. I get, because he played here for 6 years. But I don't care. Also, I don't care because I said Drouin wouldn't have a good season. If he's having a good season, I don't want to be reminded of it. Paul says, sorry, Toronto. What? Sorry, Toronto. What? Sorry, Toronto. Raven. No barking, Raven. Okay, but Phil, Logan Mailloux with like that many points and all that, how many other centers has he beat out? Why are we comparing him to Shane Wright? There's other centers that he's got more points and some of them a lot more points. Why are we mentioning their names? I think Phil likes to argue with me. Or it's vice versa. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. All right. I think that was all I had. All right. As promised. Now I'm going to I'm going to do this song for you. Hopefully I can sing it okay. I just wrote it like with literally 3.5 minutes to air. I thought of the first verse, so I wrote it down, and then I was going to be okay, and then it was like a minute and a half, and I got the second one. It might not be how it ends up. I might fix it a little bit, but I already made one change, so here we go. And you all know the Brady Bunch song, so I hope I'll do a good job. And I haven't sung for everybody in a long time or live, so I don't know how this is going to go. Here we go. Here's the story of Rick from YouTube, who was working with 3 Boston area boys. All of them like different teams, Habs, Bruins, Flyers. Boys will be boys. Still the story of a man named Ricky, who took on the 3 boys as partners of his own. They were 4 men working together. And I just kept the same line, yet they were all alone. I didn't get the last line in time. I don't like it, but I didn't think of anything else. That was weird, singing for you guys like that. I much prefer singing when I'm recording and nobody's watching. So there you go. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that one. I guess I can sing it like that without music and I shouldn't get copyrighted. Adam, good to see you out there. How's it going? Better than you. No. You're going okay, buddy? How you doing? I'm sorry. That was just, the controversy from last night. I thought I'd throw a zinger in there. Who gets the football in the face? Don't know what you mean. Honestly, I don't know what you mean. Don't know their names. Let's call one Bob. Yeah, and you know what? If you don't know their names, then don't bring it up. Anyways, there's only like another verse or maybe 2. I think it's just one more to do. I'll fix it up. I'll put it out there, and then I'll end up sharing that with who is it that wrote that? Sheldon something, the producer of the show. With him. Not that it's going to make any money, but it might make 30 cents. All right. Talk to me for a few minutes, and then I'm going to do you the preview. Marsha. Oh, that. Yeah, I remember that. Her nose, with her nose, right? Was it with the nose or black eye or something? She had to go to the prom, or that's every other show did the same thing. Anyways, if you're here, say hi. Talk to me. Let me know what you think of the upcoming game. And I will give you my preview in just a few minutes, where I will also let you know what I think of the upcoming game as I'm giving you the stats and the lineups. But I kind of gave you the lineup change already. There's only the one change besides the goalie, it's Jake Allen, is that Joshua Roy is on the wing for Newhook. We're totally replacing Raphael Harvey-Pinard. Which, if he has some chemistry with Newhook, like he seemed to have with Monahan, if that happens, that gives us a second option, a second line. If they can fit another winger in there that also has some chemistry with them, it's better than what it was looking to be. And then maybe teams can't key so much on line one. Let's see. I should do that thing I'm thinking of doing. about the repercussions. Don't worry about the repercussions. That's a problem for tomorrow. I'm not sure what you're talking about. What repercussions? What thing? I'm totally lost there, Phil. I'm sorry. You got to be. Oh, about the hit? I have no problem telling you. I think I said it as I felt. Adam, well, I was talking about it, and I said that. I mean, the kid did was, first of all, he's a rookie. First of all, also, it's a team that's not as good as your team. They beat your team at home. He was a little happy. He lost his head. Should he have gotten a stick to the head for that? No. When Gallagher did what he did to Pelech, not one of us defended him. Not one. Because the indefensible is just that, indefensible. What Riley did is indefensible. And by saying, well, the other kid kind of did, no. That's it. There's nothing you can say. And I said that about Gallagher. There's nothing you can say to defend that. That's all. I like what Phil said. Violence is never the solution. Alcohol, I'd go with this, but alcohol is the solution. Beer, specifically, the cause and answer to all of life's problems. Okay, that I'll give you. Alcohol, the cause and answer to all life's problems. Okay, that's more accurate. Hey, Ratty Mac, how's it going? Another minute. I'm looking at my clock still up there. It's down there now. Got time. Hey, Doug. Mr. Doug's in the house. Kicking my ass. In fantasy. I think the second time, Doug, you kicked my ass. What was it? Last I looked, 11-2. And that team was I was in second, I think. So I think Doug's going to kick me right out of second. Um, 100%, Adam. I played a little hockey, old timers, so I do have an understanding of it. And you're right. You lose your cool. And that's what he did, but it's still wrong. So, yeah, he lost his cool. Should he be shot against the wall? No. But he should be suspended. That's all. That's it, you know. And like I said, for Galley, I didn't defend him. Not at all. Because it's not, you can't. Phil, yeah, it's the fantasy pool, dude. There's no need to make it sexual. He lost his cool, and he'll have to pay the price as the team will, and that's it. And it should be left there, and I agree. And you know what? I go on Twitter today. That's all there is on my timeline. All there is Morgan Riley. Oh, fuck off. Well, I know where you were going with it, I think. All right, let's change the subject and go to the preview. All right, today's game. The 27-21-2 St. Louis Blues are facing the 21-22-8 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch this game? Pretty much exactly like yesterday. 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. TSN 2 in English and RDS in French in Habs region. In the Blues region, Bally Sports Midwest. ESPN Plus for streaming, TSN Plus, RDS, and Sportsnet now where I'm watching it, which is like, I don't suggest it there. And I don't know if the other places are better, though. RDS probably is. Season series. They beat us 6-3 in St. Louis, November 4th. And hopefully we get revenge today back here in Montreal. And that'll end the series for the season. Last 10 games, the Blues are 6-3-1. They beat Buffalo, like we said yesterday. But then they did have a 5-game winning streak broken up by a loss to Columbus, of all teams. Canadians, 4-4-2. They lost their last game against Dallas yesterday. And kind of up and down, mostly losses. It looks like mostly losses, but there are 2 overtime losses in there. So it's really 4-6. Home and away. St. Louis is away. They're 12-13 on the road. Montreal is 10-16 on the road. On the road, both on the road, at home. Atlantic standings from top to bottom: Boston with 73 points, Florida 70 points, Tampa 61, Toronto and Detroit both with 60, but Toronto slightly ahead because they have a game in hand. Montreal with 50. Buffalo 48, and Ottawa with 44. Bottom 10, the Kraken lead the way there, 52 points. Minnesota 51, Arizona and Montreal both with 50. Buffalo 48, Ottawa 44, Columbus 42, Anaheim 38, San Jose 33, and Chicago 31. All right, the tail of the tape is what this is called. Scoring chances for percentage, 44.3% for Montreal. They're 30th in the league. 46% for the Blues, 27th. Goals per game, 2.73 for Montreal, 28th, and 2.84 for the Blues, 26th. So, that's virtually the same. Goals against per game, 3.45 for Montreal, 27th, and 3.06 for the Blues, 16th. So a little better over there. Power play percentage, 19.8% for Montreal, 19th, and 15.7% for the Blues, 24th. Not great. PK percentage, 74.9% for Montreal, 29th, and 78.8% for the Blues, 21st. Head-to-head, 0-1-0 record for Montreal, 1-0-0 for them. Their special teams are not an advantage for them, the Blues, where Montreal's are sort of, it's kind of in between, depending on the night. They're either really good or really bad. There's like no in between. All right. Face off. Blues 49.1% for the season, 21st. Montreal 52.9%, still in 6th, but they're dropping. That number is slowly, little by little, dropping every game. Shots on goal allowed and shots on goal for. So the allowed, 31.8 for St. Louis, 34.2 for Montreal, and shots on goal for, 28.9 for St. Louis, and 27.9 for Montreal. So, not much different there. Players to watch over the last 5. For points, Pavel Buchnevich, 7, and Nick Suzuki, 9. Goals, Buchnevich with 4, as does Nick Suzuki have. Assists, Robert Thomas with 5, Mike Matheson with 6, and plus minus, Buchnevich plus 4, and Caulfield plus 3. Goals, not goals. Team leaders. First in goals, Buchnevich 17, and Caulfield as well with 17. Points, Robert Thomas 53, Nick Suzuki 47. Average time on ice, Colton Parayko 23.52, and Mike Matheson 25.22. And wins, Binnington 17, and Montembeault with 12. Top 5 scoring for St. Louis. Robert Thomas leads the way with 17 goals, 36 assists for 53 points, plus 16. Buchnevich is next, 17 goals, 23 points, 40 total. 23. Do it again. 70 goals, 23 assists, 40 points, plus 11. Jordan Kyrou is 15 and 23 for 38 points, minus 4. Braden Shen, 13-15, 28 points, minus 16. And Jake Neighbors, is that Gomer Pyle's son or grandson by now? I wonder if it is. 17 goals, 4 assists, 21 points, and a -9. For Montreal, we've got Suzuki leading the way, 16 goals, 31 assists, 47 points, -15. Cole Caulfield, 17 goals, 24 assists, 41 points, -4. Matheson, 7 and 31, 38 points, -15. Monahan not here anymore. Don't know why they put the Winnipeg stuff, Montreal, Winnipeg. Doesn't matter. We're not going to show the Winnipeg points. Slavkovsky, 10 goals, 13 assists, 23 points, -14. And Gallagher, who is still suspended, 8 and 8, 16 points, -21. Goalies. It is not Monty tonight, but it is Binnington, 17, 13, and 2. 292 goals against, 908 save percentage. And then we got Jake Allen. Jake Allen in 17 games, 5, 9, and 3. He's got a 343 goals against and a 901 save percentage. St. Louis lines. Thomas, Buchnevich, and Kiru. First line. Shen, Neighbors, and Kapanen, second line. Hayes, Saad, and Blay, third line. And Sundqvist, Toropchenko, and Walker are fourth line. Leddy and Pareko, first pairing. Krug and Kessel, not that Kessel, second pairing. Scandella and Rosen, third pairing. Binnington starting. Hofer backing him up. For Montreal, Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, first line. Newhook, Roy, Armia, second line. Evans, Pearson, Anderson, third line. Gignac, Pizzetta, and they had Joshua Roy over there, and that's not going to be. And it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be Ulinen for the fourth line. Matheson, Gooley, Struble, Savard, Jacki, Kovacevic, Allen starting, Primo backing him up. And that is it. That's all I got for the preview. Let's see what you guys say. I got to back up a little bit. Oh, not bad. Right to where I would need to go. So what's the prediction? What's the old man's prediction for the scoring of what? I gave my score, 4-3, Montreal. Hey, Rick Bengal, how's it going? Been a while. Greetings and salutations back. Will gladly take another loss. Listen, I'm happy. If they lose, it doesn't bother me. I know for the reason you're talking about. But I never watch the games hoping they're going to lose. I mean, I'm just not going to do that. Rick predicts a 7-6 game, and Josh Wawa getting a hat trick, and I'm going to assume first goal. Phil says a repeat of yesterday would be great. Lots of action, special teams, lots of scoring chances, and a loss in regulation without losing face. Perfect. Yeah, Phil, he does guess a lot like you do. That face-off is inflated due to Monahan. Well, this is the point, and not just Monahan. Actually, it was Dvorak that was the best of the four. He's out for the season. Then Monahan traded, and yeah, it's going to fall down. That number is going to fall down. Hey there, Andrew. How's it going? Good to see you. Hey, Bruce. Good to see you as well. I feel we need to find a way to generate more consistent offense. That's the name of the game, my friend. I mean, that's what the rebuild's about, right? You're rebuilding. It takes a while, different combinations, different this, and you find the right ones. But that's what they're in the process of doing. Rick, I think Mayu might surpass my prediction of him taking another year to get here. I kind of think at some point next season, whether it's straight out of camp or on a call up during the season, Mayu will be here and stick. I kind of think that's what's going to be like. We will see him, though. I'm quite confident we will see him this season after the trade deadline when they give him, 2-3 games to evaluate him here, which I think they're definitely going to do with him, Reinbacher, and we kind of know already for Hudson that he's going to finish the season here. as long as his team finishes their season in time. But they need to see them to evaluate them. How are we doing for time? Oh, I got only about 5 minutes. Bruce, you like our chances today, as we are definitely more talented than the Blues. I don't know the Blues well enough to fully say that. The reason I made the face I did and everything is, I mean, I do agree with you in the long run, but are we there yet with everybody developing and all that? Maybe not, but I think in the long run, yes, I agree with you. Randy Mack says 4-2 Blues. Robert Thomas scores first. Adam says 10-0 Blues, but I don't expect different. You didn't give a goal scorer, Adam. You live in Canada. You could win. No, thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. Always good to have you, buddy. Always good to have you. I agree with that too. I'm happy where they are. Would I like them to win a cup? Sure, of course I would. Are they going to? No, not yet. But I'm still happy with the progress of the rebuild, 100%. I don't, Rick. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They're not my favorite. If you said, well, maybe 4:00 in the afternoon, I'm not so bad with that time as opposed to 1. 1's a little early for me for everything. Conservative lawyer, welcome in. And I know nothing about that player. Not a thing. Never heard his name before. I'll say this, though. If Montreal gets a really solid pick, right? If they're in the top 5, whatever, trading down, I wouldn't. Because there's good players where they are going to pick. And I'm quite sure better than Greentree, even without knowing who he is, I would say, right? Trading down, no, I wouldn't do it. I'll just say this on top of that. At the very least, not until the lottery and you know where you are. If you don't like where you are and you want to trade down like that, I can understand that, but not before the lottery at the very least. Bruce, we're absolutely on that kind of a trajectory. Give it 2-3 years. We're in playoffs, and then who knows after that how long it'll take to get a cup, which I feel they will win. But of course I feel that. No, Phil, again, I don't agree. I mean, even if we don't win the lotto, doesn't mean they're going to trade down to get a better fit of what? Why wouldn't somebody at 5, 6, or 7 be a good fit? If they're trading, are they trading their first pick? Their first pick, not the one they picked up. In a doc type deal? No, I doubt that very much. Hey, Joe, with a minute left. Sorry, but I do. Oh, there's more. I'm going to have to sort of pass on some of these. I apologize. Hey, Renegade Man. They could get Lane Hudson's brother. I don't know where he's ranked. Zachary, glad you liked them. Joe agrees. I doubt there'll be a trade down too. Not with our first round pick. Hellenius, I don't know anything about, so I can't really comment. Tanner Pearson could be moved. I don't know that that's a big return, though, so it doesn't really matter. But, I mean, he could be moved. He does have a cup experience. He's a veteran. Yeah, you're just not going to get a ton back from him. Phil, it's supposed to be somewhat defenseman heavy in the top 10, which leaves those top offensive players potentially there if Montreal drafts it a little later in the top 10. So that's why trading down, I don't know that I would. If I'm trading down, it's because the guy I wanted just ahead of us picking got picked. Then I'm rushing. Okay, who am I trading? Who wants our pick? Like that kind of thing. I don't think till then. I'm going to wait till the last second to see what I can get. I see the Huey jersey. Yeah, I've got. It's not that unusual, but yeah, got a Huey jersey. Huey was good, man. Huey was good. Pearson could go for. I mean, it's not going to be a big return for Pearson. Anybody who thinks you're getting a big return for Pearson, I don't know why you think that. Unless he's put in a package, and then that old package gets a good return. Renegade Man, that's my gut feeling. You got it there. Is Ty Ginla. I think I got this gut feeling we're going to get him. On that note, I got to take off. I'll be back in like, what time is it? I'm back in 14 minutes for the game. So hopefully everybody return. We're going to do the game. I'll do some play-by-play, some color commentary, talk to you guys tons in the chat. And hopefully we'll have a really fun time and a good game. If it's a game like yesterday, it's going to be great. So thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate that. And I will see you in like 14 minutes. Till then, stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice. Go Habs, go. Peace out. Gotta say everything. And I'll see you soon. Ciao, everybody.